I want to talk to you about federal tax doctrines, and there are several doctrines that we'll talk about, but I first wanted to explain what a tax doctrine is, at least a federal tax doctrine. These are things that you use to interpret the Internal Revenue Code, to interpret the regulations, and to apply, therefore, the code and the regulations. Now, the tax doctrines exist, and they pervade the code. But there are, in the United States, 13 different federal court districts and 13 different federal tax court districts. The fact is that each district might well interpret a code differently, and that's how it would be applied in that district. So even if another district has a different application, you're pretty much stuck with the district you're in. Although if you end up having to argue a point, the fact that other districts adopt it and use it that way might be helpful to you. And it's also possible that two different or more than two different districts will have opposing views, and that's just the way it is. The reason that it's important to understand the doctrines, as I mentioned, you use it to interpret and apply the Internal Revenue Code and the regulations. They come in really handy if they're in truly gray areas. I tell people that if you come to an area that you really believe is truly gray, you've looked at the code, you've looked at the regulations, you can't find anything, I would advise you to have somebody else look. But if it's truly gray and you can't find an answer in the code, I think that I would say that if you apply the code and rather apply the doctrines, that you probably stand a really good chance, 95% of coming to a correct answer in a truly gray area. So again, the point to the doctrines, what they are, they pervade the Internal Revenue Code, and they're there to help you interpret the code and plan and perhaps save some money. So that's what they are. Thank you.